Okay, we're trying again. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It just dropped out. Restarted the internet. I was saying something incredibly good points. There's incredibly good points about commander swaps. Basically, do Arthur. Do Arthur and either Huo, Philip, Luce, Ragnar, Zug. Don't do the niche commanders, in my opinion. In my opinion, being a big caveat here. I've got no idea how good Philip is. I got him yesterday. He seemed okay I seemed like I was doing ridiculously well in Arc. I wonder if that's because I had Philip buffing everyone. Philip's skills look ridiculous. I've got no empirical evidence how good Philip is. Let's see if this is dropping like mad. Tech problems. Yeah. Sorry about that, mate. Sorry. Can't believe it's 4:25. Honestly, because Friday's always a murder for me. Let's say that. It's just that I have a job, and on Friday I have to work hard for that job. Harder than I do other days. Like most of Saturday is just spent doing fuck all. So most of today has been spent doing fuck all. How did you? You said 22 to take Deirdre without lying. Phantom, do you want to? You want to take that one, Phantom? I'll be honest. There we go. That's the most sad fun. Hey, Nang, how you doing, mate? It's not everything I said there was a falsehood. Just the words. The words were the downside. You fucking what, mate? You fucking what, mate? Hades, have you abandoned the free to play game? Well, the KVK is going a lot better. I mean, our chances of winning have diminished hugely. We basically had one before Zone 5 because of the allies. And we just abandoned our old ally group because it wasn't going to be fun. Our chances of winning have gone down massively, but we're going to have some fights now at least. I think some of the reason for us not being in the alliance anymore is when they were talking about the star. They were talking about how to get the star at this stage because we weren't going to have any fights. My stance was, when Kingsland opens, I'm going to build towards the Great Ziggurat and then I'm going to garrison it. It didn't seem to go down too well. My logic was, if you're going to stop us having a KVK with fights, you're going to have to fight me at the end. Hey, Viv. Viv the Chain King. Some of the... bought the author a lot with a given £5 flux script. Such a... I was gifting flux scripts away yesterday. I felt good about it. Gifted someone a fiver to buy Arthur. It made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. You know when someone just catches you at the right time? And you're like, someone asks for something and you instinctively want to say no. And then you're like, you know what? Yes. Viv, what was your thing earlier? I didn't phrase that particularly well. You've shown me something ludicrous which pissed me off to no end. Or you might have WhatsApped it me. Basically, you got like 28 barbs yesterday, right? Or was it today? You definitely got 20 something. It might be this one. Look at this. Still, so what am I doing wrong? Like, look at my screen. Okay, I admit this is the result of laziness. So here I'm going to try and get 3. I try and get more, but what will happen is I'll try and get all of them, but I'll fuck up. This guy will leave me. They always leave. Mother always was right on that front. Oh, I love Rosie. Did Earth have much to say about the Allies? Not really, mate. So from the Allies change. So Cookie, you were you know how imbalanced the KVK was. Basically, Greenwood, as in these guys, said, you know, traitors, you're the worst people ever. We will kill you. The usual stuff you'd expect. Wind, the other allies said, yep, be in stance. Like, good luck. Sounds like a fair thing to do. Earth and Water basically said, well, it was kind of a very, it was full of ingratitude. Like, oh, could have told us sooner. We haven't bothered with Crystal Tech now. So my instinct is we will. I don't forget the start. I think Daybreak will be a very high performer. I think we'll be first or second in kill points and everything. Okay, the big problem we have is Zone 5 against a dead kingdom. Sorry, a dead camp. It's not so often you see a dead camp. It's like even me, a lifelong pessimist, even I can't spin this in a way that we lose it. As I said, all I'm worried about is stealing as many kill points from the hands of other people as I can. Check I'm still here. If you push, sir. Oh, you can push, Cookie. You are more than welcome, but if this guy pushes, I'll have no fury. Ah, oh, hey, Popper, thanks for the gifted sub, mate. Always appreciate it. Seth, your archer gear. Send me your archer gear in game. It hurt me. It physically hurt me. Just for 3 million. Slap him one. I've changed my approach to the game. After last KBK, where we just didn't have enough marches on the battlefield, I've decided that making one march, like Big Dick March, is like, I think this is fine. My next craft's going to be a horn. I've got 4 horns already. None of them are crit, so obviously that one's going to crit. Well, it'd just be my luck if it didn't. So I'll get a crit horn soon for this, and then I think I'm alright with that. I don't see the need in making it better. Like, I'm quite a good rally lead. I don't want to be too much better. Just want to start. So now I've got 5 marches. March 1, March 2, March 3. Then we start going down March 4 and March 5. I'll do that again. And March 5. I just have some purple accessories there for now, just to have some benefit in KVK, and this bastard isn't ready. So my instinct is, instead of making this set better, because as soon as this crits, this is fine, I think, I should just keep crafting more accessories. I have 6 accessories, I need 10. It's boring, it's dull, but I assume the right thing to do is just keep crafting accessories, right? I wanted to go for a 6th march, but I think that's a poor play. What do you think? Answers on a postcard. Hey, Feels, how you doing, mate? Yeah, it's going well. It's going well. We all miss your dulcet tones. How is army life? Damn. Literally the only reason I'm pushing it is because you said, just don't push this. You need to push this. I couldn't give a shit about these things. I hate gold heads. I think gold heads are pointless. I enjoy that. See, that to me, the enjoyment I got out of that is, well, it's not that much. You know, I still want to win. I've got no point here. Tickled me slightly. So these bandits are a piece of shit, but the free quest you've got, thanks to Mr. Viv, if you have, I'm sure everyone other than me knows this, if you have a quest saying do tech stuff or do building stuff and you have all the buildings and tech unlocked, it automatically gets cleared and you get rewards for completing the little quest. It's just the 140 or 150 AP at the end to fight a bandit who gives you 2 Cleopatra sculptures. Doesn't seem that worth it. I'm no expert, it doesn't seem that good. Did you just not have internet access at all when you're on tour? Feels. Hades, I'm only running 2 on my free to play. I'm slowly getting to the part where 3 is a consideration. I finally crit something. Crit the Hope Cloak for the 3rd March. I've got Cav Archer, so I'm going infantry, so off to a good start. But it's such a long way away because I actually did it right there. I did the accessories rather than just skipping over them, and it just means everything takes ages. Understood. Yeah, that's certainly one description of our scenario here. I was gonna buy Conqueror's Will here. I did a little bit, and then all this stuff with not having any fights kicked in. That's my point here. Yeah, so this I was after this. So many fucking icons. It's gone now. Well, obviously I've got it. And then I just bought loads of these to spend the gems. Is there ever a world, now I have them, that I make the drums instead of a... So, where are they? So we've got the drums. So in terms of accessories, we've got drums. We've got Scholas's Lucky Coin, which is obviously a no-go. We've got 1 Greatest Glory. We've got 1 Concealed Dagger. And from here, we'll soon just buy another horn. So I'm going to have 5 horns, which isn't ideal, but that's just the way it goes. 5 horns, and then do I go with 5 rings, or do I have 3 rings, a Greatest Glory, and a drums, for instance? Just get a sugar daddy. Mate, if you can find me a sugar daddy, I'm all up for it. But for Arthur and Philip, exactly what I did, Hades. My feeling, I've not really seen much of Philip yet. Like I said, I tested him this morning in Ark, and I was just stronger than everyone, so it didn't really matter. But he just looks so good to me. With running with Imp, so getting 35%. I might run in with Archer in the future. 35 health, ridiculous. The March speed bonus doesn't happen here, but the damage bonus and damage reduction, sorry, damage bonus does. Nice little bit of this as well. And this is the big thing you want. The double trigger on Luce. Seems bonkers. So, does anyone know what the ideal pairing is for Philip? Yeah, what I like about him is the flexibility. Some people were telling me Zug Philip was good. Some people said it's terrible. Some people said Luce Philip, which is what I'm doing. I was going to swap for Wallace, but I just couldn't bring myself to get Wallace. Nah, I just felt Wallace was a bad investment. Like, obviously, Arthur's great. I ideally want to get rid of Boudica. I wanted Shajar instead, but I thought Philip, Arthur's just higher priority. Asher Benepel's meant to work well with Philip. I can just run Ash Philip and then run Gorgo Luce. Sorry, yeah, Gorgo Luce. I like having options for once, though, rather than just having to have the bare minimum available commanders. Yeah, I've heard Asher Phillips meant to be good as well. 4 rings, 5 horns, 1 Greatest Glory. I think that's exactly what I think, Tom. Yeah, you were saying, Seth, about trading for Gorgo, right? The thing is, I just think any trade for anyone other than, like, firstly, you have to do Arthur. I think you're contractually obliged to do Arthur as a swap. There's just no, like, my free-to-play account's going for Arthur. I've got a 5-1-1-5 Joan, which I couldn't be more lucky with that. I've got Max Woe, but I can't not get Arthur. It's just ludicrous. So everyone's got to get Arthur. That's just how it is. Second commander, I think one of the imp guys makes sense. I'll be tongue-tied. Quite enjoyed running Gorgo Luce. I've never used Gorgo before, but I don't know, like running this set in Arc and trading really well actually convinced me that Luce Philip is just better. If I get rid of this, I've made 2 Delanes. Obviously nothing's crit for me in a long time. Oh wait, that's not true, except the 2 fucking purples. Purple Delanes. I thought if I put that there with Inf, then I can stick Ring and Horn on Arthur, which makes more sense. We've got crit purple Delanes, crit bastard purple Delanes here as well, which makes me not want to dismantle them. Not that it's a huge difference, but still. Wait, hold on. Is this as good as the Vengeance? And Vengeance means you do more counterattack. Anyway, my point being is that's quite a lot of materials if I dismantle them. So if I dismantle... that's 70 times 3, 210 divided by 4. 52.5 legendaries. Dismantle this as well. Gives me 60. 100 to 24. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can make a ring, but yeah, we're still a way off. As you know, I just spent everything on purple stuff. Hey, Mockham, mate, how you doing? Who else you got, mate? I don't know, because I would say no, don't get rid of Joan, but like Joan's the ugly duckling here for me. Joan at the moment I'm running 1 march and Joan is just stuck on the outside. So maybe it is getting rid of, maybe it is worth, but you must have someone like I just did some gold key commanders. I remember what I did. I did Martel and I did Cao. I still have Richard, I still got Saladin, I've still got Artemisia, all max, or basically max. I would say Joan should be towards the bottom. I thought about getting Pro R-Blade, but the problem was, just before the commander swap came out, basically, I thought, I know what I'll do, I'll invest in a 5th march of infantry gear. So I built the gold stuff for this, and I'm not uncrafting it. That's my second inf march, there's my main one. I'm not breaking it down now, so I kind of commit myself to going infantry. So I had to do that. And I haven't got enough to run 6 marches yet. I've got the armaments for it. Where's Big Sally? Find him. But this is a decent 6 set, I think. Obviously, it needs some finagling. I'm out of crystals because I've been refining everything. But there's some good stuff there. Like, I really have got good sets. Oi, oi. I think the one thing I've failed to sufficiently appreciate is how lucky I've got with armaments on this account. Oh, you've got to open them, mate. 370. Like, I can't save anything. I don't know how you managed to do it. Yes. Sid and Calcal for Herman and Attila. Oh no, mate, I know that you're all in. Maybe Attila's not too bad for you actually. But I would just say Arthur. Arthur's the way to go. Even an artifact KVK. So my main march this KVK is going to be Zug and Arthur. So I'm still going to run Joe now I think about it. I'm just not in my lineup at the moment because this is artifact season or relic, whatever it's called. And I was testing out Zug. Arthur. Ridiculous. Ridiculous! Which brings me on to a Harry Potter thing. I've watched all the Harry Potters recently with my girlfriend, and now we're about to go on to the Grindelwald ones. Few thoughts I've had. Thought number one: why are Dementors so feared? Dementors are really quite shit. Like, firstly, they're the star of the third film from an evil perspective, but there's a spell which is supposedly quite high level, but all the young wizards know it, which just immediately disables a Dementor. Expecto Patronum! Clearly, it's an easy spell. Well, it says it's not. Everyone seems to know it. Why are Dementors held in such high regard? That's point one. Ah, no, we're losing frames. Piss it. Hate life. I've got a number of problems with the Harry Potter film, and by dint of being here, you've agreed to listen to my diatribe. So number one is Dementors. What other points do we have? We have many points. Points of consternation, I'll say. I'll get on to some more when I remember them. But watching it again from a more critical stance. Spoilers. Am I close to VIP 18? I'm. Well, no is the answer. I'm trying to think of a funny thing. I would say touching distance, because if I kind of do like that, it is touching distance. I would say, is this worth it? I assume not. It's basically a Vanquisher bundle. It's an expensive Vanquisher bundle. Another Harry Potter problem. In the fourth film, or indeed book, Quidditch World Cup, Harry's they just forget about him because he just seems to be lying around for ages at the beginning. Bad guy comes, bad guy sees him, at which point he goes towards him, but get him there. This whole thing, now I remember it, about getting him to touch the Triwizard Cup so he can get to the graveyard and revive Voldemort. All Moody / Crouch needed to do was say, listen, Harry, I've found something that's really useful to your schoolwork, as I'm your teacher. Come with me to Hogsmeade. Taking to Hogsmeade, then be like, Harry, you just have to touch this book and pick it up. Harry, touch the book, bam, graveyard. But the whole Triwizard Cup thing was nonsense. Nonsense, in my opinion. There'll be more of this. Hey, Captain Stinkfus, I saw you earlier watching Redline with me. 1960 still winning. I saw them. I was enjoying watching them swarm every flag. I do enjoy. I'm trying to get on the swarm train this time. First time I've ever had 5 marches in rock in my long, illustrious rock career. I feel like I'm ready to do some swarming now. I've come out of the stupor of the fear of having no fights. I now fear the rallies will take all my kill points. I'm swarm ready, let's say. You should drink less. Barb life does matter. I'm drinking full fat Coke because I haven't got any Diet Coke, and I'm realising it does taste quite different. Viv, I saw Leicester had a good win today. I watched the Wolves match. We were so much better than them, and then we just gave them a goal and almost collapsed. Maybe I want to be more discerning. Drunk is always more funny. This is true. So what are your plans in 1029 now, Captain? Captain is the one of the kings of the kingdom that absolutely destroyed everyone in my recent free-to-play KVK. Admittedly, they didn't win the KVK in the end, but as I said, I think they won the hearts and minds of everyone. They were so far ahead of everyone in stats. I still can't believe we didn't get the star for that. Like, I didn't even check the stats at the end. I just assumed that, like, oh, we managed to win. Surely we'll get the star. And then I actually saw the stats, and I couldn't believe Fire got the star. They did fuck all. But bother me. I just thought it was a strange nuance. I mean, they technically deserved it on the stats, but if ever there was a time where the stats don't tell the full story, it would be that one. We were hanging on against the Peacekeepers. And Fire was just beating it. It's basically Fire were doing the equivalent of what we're going to do to... It's like if we claim a star because we beat these guys. who have 3 of the 4 kingdoms having built advanced forts so far, and one of them has a 2 million power main alliance. He calls by defenders for you. That's vintage Leicester, right? Yeah, I find it mad that no one from that was where all the fights were. Like, what? Maybe there were just loads in the north side that I was just missing. It didn't seem that way though. Well, they let be. This like most of the arguments in this KBK, which was about allies, was about Star. Like, I give up. I give up talking with people about the Star. To me, I wouldn't say it's irrelevant, but it's so far down the list of priorities. Like, first priority is, can you get a good, fair KVK? Not because it's some sort of heroic thing. I want the world to be fair, just because it's boring otherwise. I assume it's boring for other people. Mainly it's boring for me, and that's what I care about. Of course, we're taking over. Accio! Vaccio! Yeah, so the Star is at the forefront of everyone's mind. And like the other guys in the other kingdom are like, oh, you're just looking for a star. The enemies are like, you're not coming in for an easy star. He's like, fuck, dude, chill the fuck down. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm with you, Tom. Who cares about a shitty star? Yeah, you'd have absolutely spanned. Hey, Superman, how you doing, mate? You'll go for a second or third pop. What sort of are you going for? Warriors Unbound or something like that? That strikes me as something which your kingdom would be very good at. So this is TSN Lambo's kingdom. If anyone watches him stream, he was a force of nature in our last KVK. There were so many good performances. Like, so many players got 4 or 5 billion kill points in the whole thing. It was like, even my little free-to-play self got 300 nearly, which I thought was I was very happy with. But God, it was really enjoyable. And this is what I wanted here, but instead we've saved it by leaving the team, but I fear it's not going to be anywhere near the same. What are we doing? Oops. Here's a little trick I've started doing. Oh no, did it not work? Try and get as many. Here we go. Try and get as many minutes for the speed up here as possible. Like, how else am I going to use my... Tom told me this, and I agree. Like, you're using your research speed ups to get gold heads. Admittedly, the exchange rate isn't great, but here we go. I have 488 days for research speed ups. Like, I'll be honest with you, I probably don't need that many. Make it true, make it true. Yeah, the auto. I like getting an auto. I was a little sad I didn't get an autark in the other one. I was like 3 places out, but at the same time, like, in my mind, you get an autark. If you get the stats to get an autark, you deserve to get one. I think when you, I like the fact that they introduce a thing where someone on the losing side, it's about to crash incidentally, someone on the losing side can get an autark. Because like seeing Lambo kill, what did he get, like 5 billion kill points? And in the old system, he wouldn't have got the autark. I just think that's a little bit lame. You can see why people would go to, not saying your kingdom's anything other than excellent, but you can see why people would go to the best kingdoms. Like, oh, so I have to win to get an autark. I guess I want to be in the winning kingdom then. But I channeled you guys, Captain, in this one, just choosing the best fight more so than a win. A win's boring. I thought we were going to lose last KVK to you, and it was still one of my most enjoyable ones. I loved it. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you get 8 or 11 auto? Oh, right, yeah, you got it from being top 10, right? Yeah, my goal this time is to get top 10. I've had a few of... so my usual thing is I'll get... How old's the account? 759 days. I think it's time for me to stop saying this is a young account and to start saying This is like Luckstar in 3303. It's got 7 billion kill points with the younger account. Like, you can make the younger account thing for excuse for so long. Now's the time. What my problem is, A, I pussyfoot around rallies too much. B, I've never felt I'm strong enough to swarm. Now I think I am. And C, I get to 30 million kills quite early on, and then I just start rallying and garrisoning because I'm like, I've done my bit. Let's help other people. Like the saint I am. I don't want to say hero, but I think it's self-evident. So my goal here is to just be incredibly selfish. I've told the kingdom I refuse to rally and rally and garrison this time. Sorry. Luckily, we have some very willing, able, and probably better substitutes who are more willing to do so. 4.3 million deaths to make it top 10. Take a city swarm to get top 10 healing. Not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, my one troop rallies are an end, I'll be honest with you. So when I had all my farms, I was like, I'll just take all my deads from farms. And now I don't have them. Something's changed my mind. All my farms are dormant now. I'm fine taking. As long as we get fun, I'm fine going full mad lad. But there's some bad signs here, let's be honest. The very fact that we're on day 5 is this, and I've done 2 days of Barb chaining, I'm still 7th. Which means people don't care. Doggy's having a go. Nearly spat out my drink there. See, Cookie, are you just taking this one off? Cookie, if anyone is unaware of the extent he goes to, he got top 20 in 2 kingdoms at the same time for 2 different KVKs. I would imagine that has led to a teensy bit of burnout. Are you taking this one off? You can always tell my belief in a rally or garrison by how many troops I send to it. We used to have someone who rallied in our kingdom because he bought an account, and at the time he was one of the stronger players. Like we've got quite an organic kingdom here in that we don't have many old players. Everyone grows about at the same time. Like Phantom and I have gone to 5 marches at the same time. Kong's gone to 4 marches. Bear's just gone to 5. Like, the old accounts are 1, 2, 3, 4. No, Cookie's not an old account. Younger than me, so 3 accounts. Well, we've basically got Miss Aries is an old account. But they've just come in. Genova's taken this KVK off. So he's on holiday, so it doesn't count. It's an old account. It's relatively old. This one's at 105 million power again. Let's see how he does. Yeah, but everyone else, I mean, just click on her. Okay, that one's an old account. Most of the people, they're all 1-3, 1-4 to begin. Oh, Night Out's quite old. We kind of grow at the same time, which is nice. So each KVK that goes, we actually become quite a lot stronger. I'd go so far to say we've only got like 90 billion kill points as the kingdoms. We don't have those old accounts, but I would say we are going to do quite well this time. Hence my desire for fighting. Tom, it's always a pleasure. I will see you around. Enjoy your time with your missus. Yeah, I don't blame you, Cookie. I tell you what, I didn't bother getting top 20 on my free to play last time. I guess the stage where you're like, yeah, I could do it. I think I was like 10 days left, and I was like, yeah, I'm about 25th. I'm close. Could do it. I'm not that far off, but it's a conquest coin and 1 legendary piece of equipment, and it's a load of effort, a load of work, admittedly a load of AP, but that's not the main consideration, right? My AP is always, I always have AP left. It's just my patience goes down. Anyway, how's the 1960 fight? I look forward to watching that a bit later. So Boudica's the MVP. Oh, someone telling me today you're getting mats from everything. Piss off, are you? A little bit better. What did he have? Thanks. Make it boom, make it boom. Alexa, play Block Party. Block Party. One thing, I was having loads of arguments about KVK allies yesterday, and really in depth, like about I was trying to talk about what are we playing this game for, what is the essence of everything we're doing, and my profile picture is me looking like a very unsuccessful male prostitute. It kind of undercuts the whole argument. It's like having an argument with someone about science when you have a ponytail. Like, no one can take you seriously. Like, he's got a ponytail. But I now can't put my old one back because I can't find it on my phone. But I'm just stuck with me looking like, well, looking like a twat, for want of a better word. Have anything here? Yeah. Oh, I could use this one. Oh, God, it's got the Aston Villa sign in. That trail laugh. It's me looking like a bit of a tit. That you have been. Has anyone got any pressing deep thoughts about the way Rock's going? I feel they're going too far down the power creep. Like this week, I text Tom and basically said, we're going to need to talk today because there's so many things and I don't understand what to do. And I think the fact there was so many things to do was excellent. Like, content's always good in games, it's difficult. Commander swaps, I mean, obviously everyone knows it's excellent. I don't know what Rock think of Lilith think of it, but the commander swaps from a player point of view, excellent. Like, Cycle of the Hab, didn't even notice that till late Jest Day, it's fine. Sign-in spoils, yeah, who cares, but it's something. Realm of the Mystique, love it, really good. This thing, excellent. Holy Knight's Treasure, always excellent. Grand Reunion, pointless, but I understand why they're doing it right now. Legends Reborn, same logic. King's Trials, excellent. Same logic. Lord of War doesn't count. Claim of this doesn't count either. We had COO, Ark of Osiris. There was loads going on, which is great. And it keeps things fresh. I remember the reason I lost interest in FIFA, which I used to play a lot, was because there just wasn't enough content anymore. Or the content that did come was just a new SBC or something disappointing. I think they're a bit better now, but you used to get Friday night content if you were lucky. Now it's a bit different, perhaps. But Rock has got the content nailed down at the moment. I mean, it's been sometimes a bit bare, but I really feel they've nailed it down at the moment. I just feel the power creep's going to come back and... Yeah, the Kingdom title application system looked really good as well. It wasn't... because people in this chat tend to have all this stuff, so they posted a few. I think you're here, right? Here we go. Kingdom title scheduling, brilliant. I'm not sure exactly how it works with bots. I'm sure they're not either. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe it makes bots a thing of the past if they do it right, but we will see. This I like as well. This personal progress rating. Like, okay, I think we all know. Yeah, I like stuff like that. Stuff like that. Little bits of fluff. I like. I would say the way Cav's going though. So they've made a rod for their own back. If I will, let's just take a minute. So, last 3 big commanders from different types. The infantry, 2,500 in a fan, and also he's just excellent. Like, everything about Ragnar Prime is excellent. Then you've got Arthur, 2,800 damage. Oh yeah, by the way, it's multi-target AoE. Yeah, okay. And who we got now? Well, we got Shajar. Oh, she does 2,800 as well. Whoa, that sounds good. How many does she do it to? Oh, just one. Just one. So obviously as an architect, it's disappointing, but what that means is that now the next Archer commander has to be really good, because otherwise they're not going to be able to keep up with this is where power creep becomes a problem. So they're not going to be able to keep up with cavalry unless the next infantry, the next archer become excellent. So then that happens, which makes sense from Rock's point of view, because it's like, so I've got this Gorgo. Or what have I got? I've got this Boudica. And here's a good example. This Boudica, it was good once, but now it does 2,300. That's not good enough anymore, etc., etc. That's a shame. I need to get the new one. Okay, well, I need some more gems to be able to spin for the new one and to max it. Okay, so I need to spend some money on Rock. Good for Rock. So then we get this whole wave of new commanders coming in. The old ones being pushed down and down. So Boudica goes from great to useless. I get that's what happens. That's a cycle. Commander swap's a nice way of somewhat mitigating that. But then you've got things. I'm on my soapbox here. Then you've got things like the museum. Like what's the point in the museum now? So now I had 2 buffs on Martel, and then they've basically said to me, Martel's shit now, we all know this. Why don't you get rid of him? Why did I have the buffs on him? So the museum is completely at odds with this commander swap and huge power creep. And it just means churn, 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 churn. It's good for the game designers. Less of a grip for the players. Anyway, that was my soapbox. Yeah, that's what I think, Hades. I think I'm on about 390 heads now. I'm just gonna keep them because, like, if the Cav commanders are this good, how good are the Archer commanders going to be? Like, I've always thought Zug Lang's excellent. Guess what he is? So we're going to have a better version of Zug? We have to, right? Unless we're going to go the Cav route before and just say, here's Belisarius Prime. Is he good? Well, not really. He's different. And I liked different. I thought different was good. It was interesting. A lot of the updates, like you say, are excellent. So the commander swap, really good. Really, really, really good. These changes they're talking about here, the kingdom title thing, really good. Like the way kingdom titles work at the moment, if anyone's not familiar, what happens is if you're the king or a titled so I am king at the moment, so if you're a king or a titled officer, you click on who you want to give title to. For instance, my girlfriend, and you give her this. And you know what, that's fine, works really well. But what if I'm offline? So you can't get it, so you have to buy a title bot, which does it automatically, as long as it's a bit of a faff, basically, and I like removing that faff. And it feels it took them a long time to get here, but it's good. But like Hades said, everyone's looking like it's going to be an insta max. Like, the new commander's out. Is it as good as we assumed? Yeah. Shall I max it straight away? Yeah. Right. Like Arthur is the shark has been jumped at this stage. But then again, maybe that's a thing. Like, games are more interesting when there's an ever-evolving meta. Like Nevsky's been on the battlefield for ages. Now it's going to be Woe Arthur, which is going to get boring, but seeing Nevsky Joan everywhere, that's quite boring. Nice to have a bit of freshness. Boudica, it was Boudica Zug, I suppose for a long time it was Boudica YSG or Boudica Artemisia. That's definitely not meta anymore. It's interesting, it's changed. I think a bit of bringing new life is interesting, but you've got to get the right balance. And I think they might have gone too far, but we will see. Excuse me while I get another drink. BRB. Drink me down here, love. Joint's free, drink up. Whoa. Hey, Logic Bank. How you doing, mate? I did my first left-handed bicep curls in 6 months. Apparently, a steroid injection does help a little bit. Fucking painful though. I tell you what, when a doctor has a needle in your arm and says, "Just be aware this is going to hurt," like, he's got the needle's there. It's already in. You've already had the initial like, "Ooh, the pain's gone. The bad bit's over with. Thank God." He's like, "This is gonna hurt, Vila." Go on then. It's not that bad though. It's always the fear that does it more so than the actual pain. Alexa, play The Strokes. How's things, Logic Bank? Anyway, it's been a while since I've had the pleasure of your company, or you've had the pleasure of mine. Mate. You got rid of Henry. If I know you wanted Dido. Leg. Good old Phantom. Max bought the bundle and didn't use all the tickets. Tell you what, the way the tickets worked was excellent as well. This has been a vintage week for rock. I saw Chisgall saying this whole thing was this was the best bundle it's ever been, and it really is. Like, I know you're losing a commander, but you're losing Julius Caesar, so you're basically not losing anything. You're getting 700 gold heads, or the equivalent of, I don't know, at worst 12,000 gems, or at worst £50. If you were to buy a, where is it? A super value bundle, the irony is beautiful, right? If you were to buy I can't remember what it is, Living Legend bundle, I think you spend the princely sum of £185 for, I think it might be 4 gold heads or something. So £50 for 700 gold heads seems like a pretty good value proposition, right? You get 50 back for each. One min speed up. I got you right, Hades, actually. Yeah, I'd love to trade my Minamoto for that amount of money, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. And obviously there is a cost with getting rid of, if I want to run, I mean, I haven't actually seen, so I've got, where is my cow now? I'm never going to use him, so never mind. What's cow best with? Barbarians, right? Let's wait. We've got to see if he gets, now I've got to start thinking about bastions in auxiliary skill KVKs. I think my Martell I already did. I had so many Martell sculptures that I just got back to 5513. Anyway, how's the KVK going in 1960? Are they still smashing? Yeah, the compensation chests are a painful reality of rock, right? Oh, don't worry, you missed the event. You do get a compensation chest. Oh, what's in it? A building speed. Okay, right, these are fucking me right off now. Where are all these AP things? I think it's the best event to get AP things, apparently. Say it sounds like a Fresh Faces bundle. You could have it all if you want. Question to everyone: where do you get these from? Because I was a bit too shop happy and I got rid of too many patterns, and I can't refine these. Like, you don't get them from the tavern. That's a lie. I've seen what you get from the tavern. You get other things. Very grateful if someone could tell me how to get one of those without using gems. I thought one of the main reasons I did the Holy Knight's treasure this week was to get that. I then looked at the end and saw it was physically impossible to get that, which almost upset me. But you can get these three. Hmm. I've not actually looked at these. My free to play, not my free to play, my farm account got this on its one free spin. I found Viv did as well. Felt rather lucky, but it's all about equipment, right? Everything in this game is about equipment. Special. That's it. I have my Ark of Osiris from other count in 3 hours, which I shall not forget this time. I did last time. Gems. Well. The Osiris League shop, is that the one where you can buy gold heads, you can buy the AP? Beautiful. The main reasons I get the daily bundle is for the AP. It's only aimed for the one Heraclius head. This isn't the strokes. Had a 90, no, an early noughties rock renaissance this week. Bothered if he'd gone away. You don't think straight. Turn up into the come on. Very relaxing, barb chaining. Don't have to think, don't have to worry. Chain, chain, chain. If you feel You feel. I'm not opening those. I'm on fire. What did we start with? We started with 12 legendaries today. 13 points. So we got 2. Now I get 2 legendaries a day. I'm happy with that. It's basically an accessory and KBK from grinding. A bit of libertines. I don't know if you can hear this. I know YouTube bans me once I start putting music on that's copyrighted, so I'll just listen. Report, it's good. F you. F you, boy! Zelda was responsible for my looking like the cat that definitely didn't get the cream. Profile picture. Is it just me who liked the Libertines back in the day? Pete Doherty, all that kind of music. Keeping all my big things so I can see how much. So far I've got 4,000, 7,000 AP from this stage. People tell me it's not the best stage in the game. Those people are drunk. Absolute drunks, excuse me. I don't know if you can do. I like to having. Oh, I can take you anywhere. I can take you anywhere. Anywhere. Take you anywhere you wanna go. I think if anyone's watching this, no. Oh, it's ridiculous. That doesn't look too bad. Let me find the worst one. The one that makes me look really unlucky. No, these are all average. These are all right. I just won't use an example. So I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla this month, probably. I bought it ages ago and never really played it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think it might be my favourite one of the series. I'm all about the Origins, Odyssey style of game, the RPG. I played full UK, large UK contingent. Zelda is Swedish. I'd say we're probably about 50% UK. Don't stand me now. Like, whenever anyone wants to join the kingdom, if they're from the UK, I'll be honest, they usually come in. No, you can't stand me. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. You get conversion stones now in this. Do you indeed? Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Get conversions. 2, 4, 7. What's that for? That's a gimme. 2, 4, 7. Alright, that's alright. That's alright, isn't it? That's alright. 7 gimmies there. There's 7 gimmies. You know what? I'm all for these conversion stones. I thought they were pointless at first until I looked into them a little more. They really are quite useful. Like, you don't have to use it on the frug. You don't have to use it on legendaries. Just, well, by legendaries I mean legendary inscriptions like Hunter Unstoppable. Just use it on good random double inscriptions you've pulled, not thrown away. It's very good indeed. 9 of them again now. Let's open this though. Unable to keep anything. That's all purple. Oh, that's very good. I mean, I don't want to complain about that. I just saw purple and thought beyond all rational hope. Those big boys, big gloves. And if you leave me broken, oh no, hurry, hurry, hurry. Mm-hmm. Right. No, I'm too lazy for this. Oh, come. Oh, baby. More exciting than Kingsland, this. Oh, hello, Ark of Love. Oh, God, I remember them. I love that show. Right, so more problems with Harry Potter. Where do we begin? Right, so the sixth film. I don't know if you remember. Harry goes into the ministry. There's so many Harry Potter spoilers here, but if you haven't seen the Harry Potter, like if you don't, if these things are spoilers to you at this point, where have you been? Harry goes to the ministry. He's just like at this point, he's like undesirable #1 in the world. Harry Potter's the worst thing since sliced bread. If you see him, kill him. He's spotted in the ministry. There's some Dementors that come. Obviously, Dementors go down immediately because Dementors are useless, we've established. But then there's a point where like this guy who he's a new baddie for the sixth film, chases after him, but he sort of walks. He walks very slowly, and then he slowly gets quicker. And for some reason, Voldemort doesn't kill him. Like Voldemort will ask, "Oh, so you saw Harry Potter?" "Yep, saw him." "Did you catch him?" "No, I didn't. He got away." "So you were running full pelt after him?" "No, I sort of sauntered. I sauntered slowly after the boy who lived, and he then lived again." Another problem with Harry Potter, we have so many Harry Potter plot holes as well. Like, what point? I can understand Dumbledore not telling him about Snape, but it still strikes me as bad judgment. Why did he hire Lockhart in the second film? Like, here's Lockhart, I'm Dumbledore, I'm the greatest wizard in the world. I'll just hire this charlatan. Seems like a good idea. Problem. Too much time on my hands. So we have a rule here when we watch a film. We put our phones down and we concentrate. It's kind of what you do when you've been in a relationship a while. You find ways to ensure you spend time on each other. So I get really into... And I think my highlight in life, which says a lot about the lonely existence I've carved out for myself, is finding problems with things. And beloved children film Harry Potter definitely falls into the category. I know that's not good enough for me. I know I won't be leaving here. Good, got another one there. I know I won't be leaving here. Yeah, Lola. You're definitely not the second movie, mate. Oh, we've got a banging selection of Aussies here. My hair's in my eyes. We're talking about Harry Potter. Talking about Harry Potter plot holes. That's the music. Well, no, it's far away enough that it can't be heard by the thing. Let's have some more Harry Potter plot holes. I was talking about how in the sixth film where Harry's in the ministry and they're like, "Oh, stop him." He just walk behind him slowly as he just saunters out. Did you ever see the fridge again? Impressed by the way. Red wine in the fridge. I did. Oh, there's another one when they all dress as Harry. when they all dress as Harry to escape the Dursleys' house in the last film. Why doesn't Harry dress as them? You have a TV. What part of Australia are you in, Arblade? Actually, generally, what part of Australia are you in? Australia is my happy place. Spend most of the year trying to convince my girlfriend to go with me to Australia, but ideally permanently. But I've got to make that twice so far. Hopefully again next year. Queensland. That was the first place I went. I love it. I think Melbourne was my favourite place. I liked Sydney a lot. Brisbane, I just had food poisoning the entire time, and it was my experience of Brisbane was a toilet. The rest of it was great though. Queensland's great. New South Wales, I loved. See, okay, so I tell you what, I liked the bit of Brisbane I saw, but there wasn't much of it. We've got pictures on the wall of us in Brisbane, in front, the big Brisbane sign. And I still remember that day was like, can we go to the hotel room now? We really need to go to the hotel room now. We both have food poisoning. It was awful. But I did like the bit I saw. I like the Asian restaurants everywhere. They were good. What is that? What's the Eka? What's the Eka brew? What's the Eka brew? Okay, that's that happening. Google it. Queensland's largest annual event, and your greatest chance to find out what life on the farm is really about. 209 days to go. It's in August. Okay. This is great. Obviously supported by Woolworths because everything is. I've never done West, so we've done South Australia, New South Wales, and Queensland. Not done the Northern Territories. I'm not too fussed. My girlfriend's mom's going next month. She's going all over. I was thinking about going to Perth. What's Perth like? Is Perth recommended? You went for the Eka. I didn't know any better. We were there late February. I guess the other part of the year. Clever. What should we have something with it? Yeah. Want me to cook? What's the ACT? Good with that. Australian Capital Territory. Right. I didn't know that was a thing. Every time I've been, we just rented a motorhome and passports cost that much. But even in the UK, passports are right. Do you have to pay a yearly stipend for it? Like a yearly, you subscribe to the passport service, or do you not just buy one? I suppose it's 2 to 1, isn't it, for Aussie dollars to us? So UK passport cost, it was like 50 quid when I got one. Okay, it's £88.50 now, so it's not that much more expensive. You have to get one every 10 years, which is probably when I got one last. The rain stands up. Tell you what would let us. I mean, I love Australia, man. Your country is like I said, my happy place. I would live there in a heartbeat if she would. But I thought Surfers Paradise was a bit of a let. I was so excited about going there. Just nothing that exciting about it. Or it was somewhere else, but not Bondi Beach. Somewhere between Sydney and Brisbane, we drove up. It was just coffee. Like, I know most of Australian marketplaces just coffee shops, but it was just coffee shops more so than anything else. No way, you ban social media people under 16. Really? It seems a pretty draconian measure. I know Australia is surprisingly strict with many things. Like, we were supposed to go when the lockdown was on, but we just decided it was a terrible idea because, well, I think we were technically able to go at one point, but there was still effectively quarantines between states. And it just seemed like a bad idea, so I'm glad we cancelled that. Yeah, that would frustrate me, Mr. Arblade. I don't really like social media, but I'm a big believer everyone should have the right to make their own decisions, right? You can't tell someone that something's a bad decision. You have to, like, if I tell you, oh, it's a really bad idea to do that, you'll just say, oh, shut up, Grandpa, and do it. You gotta let people make their decisions, right? Let people make their mistakes, and if they do so, they probably won't do it again. But you can't just tell someone this is a bad thing to do. I understand why they would have banned it. 16s, like, oh, cyberbullying, nudity, etc. There is some logic to it, but I don't like government intervention in that form. Yeah, parental decision, I think that's fair enough. Because everyone develops differently. I'm sure there's some 12-year-olds who have the mental age of like an 18-year-old, maybe not in a physiological sense, but in a mental acuity sense, they will have so. I think treating everyone the same is a draconian stance. Come on, give me some AP. Give me some mapper. Give me some mapper, but give me some mapper. Going off these at a rate of knots. In a dictionary. Can I bet you, baby? Oh, to be 16 in Australia. Oh, I'd love to grow up in Australia. But growing up in England was quite good as well. And compared to some of the places I could have grown up, England's, you've landed on your feet if you're English. Definitely if you're an Aussie. One thing I found weird going around Australia, it's a bit of a controversial topic, but I've had a drink, Doma, is the Aboriginals. And like, I realise the irony of me saying it while drinking now, but many of the Aboriginals I saw, and it was saw rather than met, were just off their tits. They were drinking to the cows come home. And I realised that drunkenness is it's just like I went to San Francisco and drugs were a colossal problem, far more so than I thought. And it seemed that homelessness and drinking were two stereotypes attributed to Aboriginal people that didn't seem too far from how it was. It's my diplomatic way of saying it. Oh, I didn't really speak to any of them because they were so fucking pissed every time I saw. Oh man, I know Los Angeles. So we went there before going to Australia last time. We went to LA. I've always wanted to go to America. I like this. I now don't vape, and I'm now a retired vape. I'm fine with it. But at the time, I was trying to quit vaping, and I just bought a vape in Australia when I got there from a black market shop and snuck loads of vapes. But in LA, I was not vaping, so a lot of my feelings of LA was me walking around the building needing nicotine. So I hated that much. But LA, which I always dreamed of going to, was a bit of a shithole. I went to Venice Beach, which I thought would be the greatest thing ever. Yeah, Australia had banned it when I was there. I mean, I went to what's it called? One of the big shops in Sydney. One of the big convenience stores where they've got the vapes under the table, basically. And it was a really bad vape, but I just bought two massive ones to get me through. But oh my god, my life is so much better now I don't vape. I do miss it sometimes, but it took me a long time to get rid of the vape. I'm about 5-6 months, maybe like 4 or 5 months out of it now, and I feel like I've quit. For a long time, it felt like I was just having a break, and I couldn't wait to get my next vape. I now feel like I'd be able to vape again and be like, okay, that was good. I'll stop now. It was the amount of money I spent on vapes. The amount. Do you vape, Blade? Feeling? Do you vape or smoke? I mean, like, I never smoked. I just vaped. I just stupidly picked it up with some friends I had when I was in Turkey. I stupidly picked it up. I thought I wouldn't get addicted, and I did. It's a killer. Maybe not a killer. It didn't kill me, but Oh, it's insidious. It has a right grip over you. I can't tell you. Basically, yeah, 2 years I vaped. Somehow I've managed to stop. I was going to say, being 16 in the UK, so many kids here on the vape. In fact, we've just had anti-vaping laws as well, mainly because so many young people vape. It's for me. Boy. I can't believe this guy's got 2 accounts, second and third, like big scores as well. If he keeps that up, I'll be well impressed. What kingdom's here? Stand up inside the fireplace. 2035 is in water camp. That's right. I thought he was in fire. I learned thing. I'll go back in anger. I know, Haley. It's like vaping at the time was like it, and it is. It's better than smoking. But like, I'm someone who's there was a long time ago, it was like 6 years. There was a girl I liked. She got me into smoking because it was kind of. I don't want to say too much if my girlfriend comes in, but we would smoke together, and that was fine. But when we stopped seeing each other, that was fine. I never smoked again. Didn't need it. It's not important to me. Vaping, however, oh my god, it's so addictive. I can't even explain. The problem is, vapes taste good. They taste really good, and cigarettes taste awful. And what happens if you haven't seen it? If you haven't done it ever, when you vape, when you smoke, you get this buzz. The buzz is like that long. When you do it in the morning, you get this buzz, like a, and then that's it for the day. For the day, that's as good as it gets, and you are chasing that buzz the entire day. I used to love sleeping because it meant I'd wake up and get that buzz again. That's why I drink more now, to try and chase that dopamine hit. It's insidious. It really is insidious. Not like I never really understood drug addicts until I was basically a drug addict with nicotine. Then I can understand. I can understand how you would turn your life upside down to capture this temporary, brief window of joy. That was like me, Blade. I always thought I had an ex before this. I'm talking 15, old, no, 12 years ago. I had an ex who smoked, and I used to think it was pitiful. I used to think it was pathetic. I couldn't understand why she did it, and then I started doing it, and I understood. But you get nothing from it. Like, I'm so much happier without it. I used to look down on them so much. I still do in a little way. Good for you, mate. Stay away from it. Only bad news. In my defense, the girl, this girl was very pretty. It was a proper wild child. It's not meant to be. Good it didn't work out. It was never going to work out. It was a good month, though. Back in anger. Just say it's amazing how many things that women can make you do. Then can win. Is walking on by. But I spent my first girlfriend who smoked. Spent so much trying to stop her smoking. Like in my mind, I thought if I could catch her smoking, she'd like, "Oh, quit." And if I could catch her smoking, I'd be like, "Aha!" And she'd be like, "Oh, you've caught me. I'm an idiot." And then she'd be like, "You know, I love you, and I love that you're trying to catch me." Just made her better at hiding it. I didn't really understand the mentality. Oh, was that what they were doing, Hades? I really can't remember. I remember when it came out, it was like, yeah, a healthy alternative to cigarettes. So I've done a vape trial recently. And that's how I stopped. I thought of Gucci. Yeah, my girlfriend's disgusted by it as well. I wasn't Gucci at the time. At the time I was doing it, but I had to abandon my rate. I used to go to the gym every night, but since I injured myself, I haven't been. I just can't do exercise for a while. It's too painful. It's getting better. Maybe it's not. So it's kind of feel almost like wanting to give in to the lazy lifestyle. So I can't exercise. So I might as well drink. I might as well smoke. I'll become like Onslow from Keep Your Appearances. I don't know how bad it is for you physically like that. It hasn't been around long enough to know. I guess it's not that great. It's probably better than smoking, but no one knows. Maybe it's worse. Yeah, you're right to stay around. You're right to stay away. Sorry. We have some very big accounts in this KVK with very poor kill points. What's these? 1227. I mean, that to me, that's a very old account. I mean, that's just a. I don't know if they're allies or enemies. It's just really quite unimpressive in my mind. Not much better. That's terrible. This guy's banging. This guy is a proper whale. He is very much an exception to that. Such an old account as well. That one's alright. That one's very good, actually. 1048. Who are 1048? They have a load of shit accounts. I hope they're not our allies. I have no idea who they are, so it's 1048 is LS. Let's hope they're up here. Nope, damn it. Okay, not there. That's good. Hopefully they're here. At least not today. Hey, they're in wind. Perfect. But wind are quite cool. 1048 is in wind. I don't mind missing them. They look properly. I mean, that just looks like the dead kingdom, let's be honest. Alliance kills, certainly. So we're 10th. So I think. So these are the Greenwood guys, right? They look pretty good. There's a lot of old accounts. They got good kill points. They got very good kill points. They're going to be hard to beat. No doubt in my mind they're going to be strong. They have big power, but they seem like they can wield it. 1661. Are they in Earth? They seem okay if it's who I think it is. Yeah, they seem pretty good. Earth and Greenwood are about the same in power, I think. Who else do we have? 2283. They're also in Greenwood. They're the ones who whinged about us changing allies. They didn't want to fight. They wanted no fight whatsoever. But they couldn't deal with it. And they look like a perfectly good kingdom. Where is he? Someone called Loki, who's just a difficult person to talk with. Anyway, they seem like a good kingdom, I'll be honest. That's it. Boring place. They are pretty good. They have some good accounts. Good account, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're missing in our kingdom. But it does distort the stats somewhat. Someone's got like like Phantom. Phantom's account is as good as those. Just doesn't have the kill points or the age. No problem. They're pretty good. 2713. That's the big Kingdom in Wind. I'm surprised that they don't have the star. They looked quite good from my initial praisey. That's pretty fine. They look pretty good to me. Who else do we have? 1215. Were they? They're our new allies. They were whinging about something. They were whinging that we didn't ally with them earlier. Yeah, just they 3, 6, 7, 7. Nope, old account. Okay. Cookie, I've got a theory now that all accounts before basically kingdoms from 2000 to present day are on average better than kingdoms 1999 to 1000, with some huge exceptions, like colossal exceptions, who just piss all over, like 1029, 1960, etc. But so many bad kingdoms in the early bracket who just have players like this just hanging around, like they've never kicked out people, so they've got players, I presume to be bad, it is. Players like this hanging around, not doing anything for KVK after KVK, sometimes getting 30 million kills. Jeez, I've never seen 255 million tier 1 kills before. So I put a load less stock in early kingdoms. That was a decent account. In kingdoms before 1999, and I kind of view the kill point stats as a little misleading. I'm not sure if that's just me though. Individually, we are here. I have no excuse for not getting top 10 this time. I'm determined to get top 10. My excuse is 172nd. My excuse is I haven't got 7 marches. Okay, so all the best ones are in 1120, which I think is Greenwood. So yeah, they're the kingdom that look like the kingdom to beat. I would say I am hopeful that I can show myself in a good light here. Get at least 4 million, very minimum 4 billion kill points after this one. Then get a rack of a load more deads. Just have maybe 5 marches will hold me back, but they're 5 pretty good marches now. Good question. Anyone have any idea? Yeah, I thought you'd think the same, Cookie. There's stats rarely tell the whole story in Rock, I've found. There's a lot to be said for a new kingdom with good stats. Like, there's a few people, and obviously yourself, Cookie, but you're a bit of an exception. There's some people, obviously there's some people who aren't that strong. No, not making bones about it as being great. Chalmers, he's pretty good. He's not top level. Chad, great guy, pretty strong, kill points. You look and think, oh, there should be more. But you know he's getting stronger each time. But then there's people like Biggie, like this guy's really strong. You mean Canyon the other day? He's only got 1 billion kill points, but he's really quite strong. It's like they're ready for their breakout KVK. Where is he? Where's Biggie? Biggie's stats are sick. Like, you can tell that anything that level of kill points and that account age, or even less, even a bit less, even like here, that account age, that kill point, you know they're going to put on 150 million kill points each KVK. Yeah, okay, it's not going to win you a seed A KVK, but it's going to put you in a good stead to have a good chance in a seed C or D. So when you have the old accounts, I'm very skeptical. The main thing I've learned from 1029 is be super careful about who you're letting into the kingdom. They hold interviews with everyone who wants to come in. I think it's a good idea. It's taken us so long. We lost about 5 billion power, I think, in this. We cut about 65% of the kingdom. and it was very much overdue and a little traumatic for everyone, if I'm honest. But as I said, very much overdue, and I know how difficult it was to do that. I've got no desire to ever put us back in a position where we have to do that again, though. Fuck that one up. Make it do. Cookie, have you been using this to its full potential? One of the main reasons I spent so many gems on everything, just so I could keep getting this. Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna get one more probably. Do some speeds. I think I've got 3 commanders from it so far. Really good. Got Lapu Lapu, which I'm glad about. I wanted Lapu Lapu for a long time. Belly Prime, and I think someone else. I love that they got the fire here, implying they're good, right? Yeah, get CJ! CJ! And when I'm talking about the value here, I'm talking about the value in the pop-up, right, in the 10 heads. It's nice to have a little event like this, rather than having to do it all through the legendary tavern. Yeah, exactly. It's quite nice to be able to do that, right? Tarek's probably the one I'll get next. I have so many plans for artifact rallies. I just don't think there's never going to be a stage like my next Mighty's Governor is going to be Gorgo for infantry. Anyway, how's your other KVK doing, Cooks? Oops. I assume it's still ongoing, so I remember you saying it was Zone 5 or so a couple of weeks ago. Make it cool. Yeah. Make it. Oh, is this Dr. Dido? Yeah, Dr. Dido's got 8 billion kill points. Dr. Dido is insane. He was like top 3 in our KVK, and he's always been about 80 mil power as well. He was running some banging marches. 8 billion kill points, yeah. Right, this is why I feel this is my... getting 600 million kill points every KVK is not good enough anymore for me. I can't do the thing where I get there and be like, yeah, I've done my bit now. I need to really push. Like, I'm gonna take this opportunity to click here and realize that's fine. B, go and have a look at Luckstar, who I thought was the biggest of big. He does his own channel, incidentally. Fancy watching. I think the only problem with losing Zone 5 is morale, right? Like, Zone 5 feels so irrelevant as KVKs. I suppose the winner often wins. No, we lost Zone 5 in this KVK. We hit 3-3-0-3. But I do love a Zone 5 fight. Like, because it's always been so long since your last one. At least you enjoyed it. That's right. Where is he? This boy. He must be so close to Super VIP now as well. Dread to think how many deads he's got his own channel. He's a ridiculous player. I mean, he's also good. Like, no Otarks, most units killed, 163 million. Him and Dr. Dido, and there's a guy called Chicken in 3035. He quit, right? He sort of came back, but I think he quit again. I really liked him. We decided to chat with him a little bit. He was a massive same season whale. Like, if we're talking outside the silly accounts like Orchida or something, like Cookie himself is a big same season player with his account, but I mean, Are there any other big players? I mean, there must be some big players I'm missing. They're the ones that stick in my mind. Dr. Dido in particular is insane. He was talking about streaming, wasn't he? He should. He'd be great to watch. Make it. We've got Ark of Osiris in 2 hours, aka this account I ummed and ahed about for so long with KV, with the commander swap. I really wanted to avoid doing YSG. Not because I think YSG is particularly good. I mean, he's okay. Don't use him for fighting anymore. I just thought it's good to have a YSG around. He's good for barb chaining. He's in a pinch. He can garrison your city. But my thoughts are, if I'm getting rallied or if I'm getting swarmed, I'm probably fucked. Maybe if I get YSG on my wall, I'll take slightly better trades, but I'll still die. So I did Luce for, I don't know, Thutmose, I think. So some commander who doesn't matter. Luce for Thutmose, and I spent enough heads to get into 5551. 343 left, and I'm probably just going to swap Isongay for Arthur when he comes out, because even though I've got 5115 Arthur, just having the max Arthur just seems naughty. So I have to wait because I can't spend anything here, so I can spit on the screen. Wait until the 15th, that's fine. So do a little swap with Arthur, sort that all out. I'm going to have to put some heads in him to get it down to 72 tickets, right? Because again, I can't buy any, so I've got 2, and I can buy, how many more? I can buy 106 more. So if I get him to 21111, I can swap him with YSG, and then we're Gucci. Oh, yeah, he did stream on disc on Twitch, right? Yeah, get him on YouTube. Oh, he played against Dr. Dido. So we played with him on KVK. He was just insane. Like, he was just ridiculous, yeah. Fair enough, Cookie. No, Dr. Dido is a very strong player. But can anyone see any alternative here? So what I've got Zug Max, I've got Huo Max. They both have full sets. There's one crit that's on Zug. They both have good armament sets, like nothing busted, but good enough. I've got a spare hunter lying around, which I'll probably put on here at some point. So I've got them. I've got 5551 Luce now. That's my first swap. I've got 5551 Herman. I have 5115 Joan, which is great, but yeah. Let's that the best same season commander I have probably this. Basically 5531, maybe, yeah, 5531. So I can bring Arthur to there, swap in Martel, but then I just a load of heads, and I kind of have to find a partner for Luce at some point. I haven't put any heads in Wallace, even though I've got him. As my logic is, by the time we go into next KVK, there'll be a new infantry commander. He's probably going to be excellent. Ragnar doesn't work with Luce, right? I don't really want Wallace. I don't want to do Gorgo, so I'm just going to save the heads here. Is the play YSG for Arthur, or is there anything a little bit more nuanced I could do? So 5111 should be 36, but I don't mind too much because I've done one swap for let's say 12 tickets. Well, clearly, yeah, it was 12 tickets because I've got 2 left. I can do another 108. So as long as it's 2111, I'd sacrifice 10 heads to put them in Arthur, no problem, and thus get a legendary Arthur. It just seems like getting a max Arthur to go with my max Huo is the thing to do. It's a shame that Joan will be on the bench and never be used again effectively. There's no point swapping her out. Is there anything better than Isong for Arthur? Like Isong for someone to go with Luce sounds good as well, but A, that's not going to be built for an SKVK, and B, doesn't mean we don't get Arthur, which strikes me as a mistake. I'm just going for a wee. Let me know if I've made a big mistake here, but I think Arthur YSG is the way. Oh. Oh, my friends, it's been a very, very nice chill experience while the exciting Kingsland's on. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you'll do so again once I deign to show all my presents again. I'm going to go and cook dinner to avoid being hungry. I have nothing really to say there. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. RJ, you've come at the wrong time. Love to all. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.